What's up, man?
How you doing?
Good, man. How are you?
Living the dream.
Living the dream out there. I wasn't sure if you're going to be able to make it in here. I thought we were going to lose another great man to technology.
Well, it's damn close. This laptop's ready to give out. All that hard studying I did on it in school
Yeah.
really fried its circuit.
So you done with school now?
Yep. All finished up. I just turned in my last paper a couple weeks ago. And yeah, we're all done.
Jesus. How does it feel?
A lot better than I thought, honestly.
Really?
Oh, I couldn't wait to be done. Nothing more than school.
Mine was so weird. My graduation, obviously I didn't have one. And I got like an email on the day we got graduation because we had to like send in a picture and like a little message. They gave us some, like PowerPoint presentation slide as our big graduation. I literally got an email with a copy of it. And I was like, oh, fuck, I graduated today.
Yeah, I was fortunate enough to actually have a ceremony. But, my parents came into town the night before.
Yep.
We kind of tied one on. And it was, I think, 85, 90 degrees the next day. And
Jesus.
was on the football field, so outside. We got black cap and gowns. I was in grass and wore black jeans and cowboy boots. And we had the largest, because it was a 2-day thing, so ours was the second day, and we had the most amount of people graduating in that day, and like the commencement. And with my last name being Zahn, of course.
So you were last.
The last fucking person. And I'm sitting out there, like, and people are because you don't walk or anything. They just call your name, you stand up, and like wave to whoever the fuck's in the crowd watching.
Just
also dying often. And we're getting yelled at if our masks aren't on, all that.
Jesus.
And so people are leaving as soon as their name gets called. Like,
oh, yeah.
And so I'm just sitting there, it's empty. There's like 4 people left. And my roommate made it, like, he got called pretty early. He was sitting next to me. He made it halfway through. I'm like, dude, you can leave. Like, do not.
Yeah, leave, dude.
He's like, well, I wanted to stay and support you. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I don't even want to be here.
What a good friend.
Just leave. He's like, all right, well, I'll wait outside in the shade. I'm like, all right, that sounds good. And then, call my name. I stand up, give a fucking half-ass salute, and get the hell out of there.
Jesus, dude, I still haven't been able to, like, once I stopped playing sports, like once high school was over, I just completely, at least for other people, I've completely lost the whole concept of like sacrifice and doing that. So like thinking about your friends or even your parents just sitting out there in the hot for the whole day, I just can't wrap my mind around that concept. I can't do it.
Oh yeah, no, I completely get it. And yeah, it was rough. Mitch was there too. I'm surprised he
I can't believe he made it,
dude. I would be sitting there and I'd go between, because I shit you not, Vore, it was 3 hours.
Yeah, I believe it.
I went in between playing solitaire on my phone and legitimately falling asleep sitting in my chair.
I believe it.
It was awful. Not to mention we were hungover as all hell.
Well, yeah.
Just sweating out all that liquor from the night before.
Dude, here's a funny story for you. Speaking of sacrifice, you missed this when we went to the lake over 4th of July. We go to the lake 4th of July, right?
Oh boy.
And just, I think I've always expressed this to you. My
passport.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and I've always expressed this to you, my stance on kids and stuff. I'm good with kids, but at the end of the day, I prefer we go our separate ways. I just can't. I mean, maybe something changes once you hit a certain age or something happens and you're like, yeah, I'm down. Like I want a family, but like right now, I've never, some people are like, I want to grow up into, to be a bride or to be, a dad and all that.
So lifetime.
never has been a dream, a thought of mine. Never. It's always been a nightmare. So we go out on the boat. All the little cousins are there and everything. Everything's fine. We're coming back from the boat. I'm in a minivan.
Randy Bobandy.
With the snowman. Yeah, the Hamburglar was there. Inflatable Elvis. Fucking greasy Louis Del Grande looking motherfucker.
I'm sure they're all a lot bigger not like bigger, but like a lot more grown up from the last time I've seen them.
Oh yeah, those kids look like they're 5 in the face, but they're like 8 feet tall and their knuckles are dragging on the ground. They're like Slender Man. It's unbelievable.
Oh,
so you got the snowman up front. One of the moms is driving, and I'm sitting in one on the middle section, the second row of the first row of passengers in the minivan. I got someone behind me and like 3 kids behind me. And I was just thinking, and now that I'm older and now that I work, and you just kind of understand what that level of tired is. It's one thing to be tired, like when you're in high school from playing sports or a full day at school, or when you're in college. Like, it's way different than when you are, no matter what kind of job you have, it wears you down. It's a different level of tired, right? And I think about these parents who all they do is be a full-time employee and then a full-time parent. And this is their one time that they get off, right? They are just going to fuck off and hang out and chill, drink a few White Claws. And, now that a lot of these kids are older, they don't have to, feel as responsible. They can,
vision level isn't as high.
Yes, they can have even some more fun because they don't have to worry about them as much, right? And one girl, and I'm not hating on the little girl for saying this, not hating on her at all. I get it. I just saw from now the parents' perspective, being older, and just thinking to myself, what a shitty end of the deal. The girl from the peanut gallery, from the fucking cheap seats in the back, just goes, on her way back after a full day out on the boat, goes, Mommy, will you make lunch while we swim? And I literally, snowman even let out a little, oh. Like, it wasn't rude. It didn't come from a place of like entitlement or being a snobby little, mucusy, snotty kid. It was just like, yeah, that, yeah, you're like younger and you're used to, you're like, your parents make you lunch. But when I heard that, and it was the first time I heard something like that, because I haven't been back in a long time. And since I've been back, I've lived, been through college, it's been like 4 years. Right. And I'm just like, man, that fucking sucks.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it.
That's why I would imagine there's, 2 camps in that whole Casey Anthony case. There's the people that are like, oh, that's horrible. But then there's probably, people like that are like, yeah, I kind of understand.
Yeah, it's pretty much the Chris Rock OJ bit. Like,
yeah.
I'd say he should have killed her. But I understand. Yeah. So, but honestly, I was like, I literally like was looking at my phone, or I was just kind of looking out the window, and I just like literally my thoughts, everything just stopped dead in my tracks. And I was like, what? I'm like, that fucking blows. Yeah. Mommy, I'll never forget it. Mommy, will you, as they're back there on a ginormous iPad playing Candy Crush, probably spending endless amounts of money on power-ups, and just goes, Mommy, will you make us lunch while we swim? Mommy, while you're on your vacation from working all the time and taking us to practice in a sexless marriage, you're fat and you can't be that happy. There's no way you're happy. And you get a few days off.
And what are you going to do?
A few days off.
You can't say no. The kid needs to eat.
And like I said, it wasn't coming from a bad place. I didn't feel like the kid was a bad kid, because of this. But like when you're little, right, your parents make you lunch. And I'm like, God, I would be like, if someone asked me to make them lunch, like a little kid, while they went and swam, and it was preventing me from like drinking or hanging out, I'd be like, fuck you, you stupid fucking kid.
Yeah.
Like,
how would you make me lunch?
Yeah.
Well, I'm putting a roof over your head.
Yeah. It's like I told my mom about this. I'm like, you just got to go the Michael Scott theory. Remember when all the kids come in for bring your daughter to work date? And he's just like, you give them money, you give them pizza, you give them ice cream, you let them live their lives. They're adults, for God's sakes. And I'm like, never truer words have ever been spoken.
A lot of wisdom from him.
I really wish that you were there for that. I wish you would have been there to just take in and experience everything.
We would have immediately broke our necks to look at each other and just be like,
oh, I was trying to get the attention of Snowman. I looked at him as if I was Jim from The Office, like looking at the camera. I was like,
I feel like in a lot of our social circles where we're together, you and I are the only two people that pick up on stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people are oblivious to it. And I'm sure everyone there was so just like numb to that being a thing that happens that they didn't think anything of it either.
Yeah, because here's who's in the car. It's the mom who's used to it.
Yep.
And then me and the Snowman, we both caught it. And the rest of the people are kids, so they don't know any better. They don't know how much that sucks. They're just like, yeah, ham and cheese and mustard sandwiches or whatever you're making.
I can't even imagine. It's like, I mean, you were just talking about, being tired all the time.
Yeah.
I can't imagine.
And I have no real responsibilities.
It's the one job you cannot quit and cannot fuck up. Well, I mean, you can't quit, but
Right. But like, and then it took me back to, I was thinking about all the times, like my dad used to travel so much for work, like so much, like, he travels a good bit, before COVID, and now it's kind of started to pick back up, but he used to go on all kinds of trips to like Germany and Europe, all over the place.
That's why he's always in such a good mood, because he didn't have to deal with you guys.
That's right. But the fact that he would like stay up, he'd be in different area codes. And when like my brother and I were in elementary school, we would get on the phone and he would like help us with our homework. I'd be like, go fuck yourself. I think back to that stuff, or him being like away.
Get the fuck out.
Yeah. And like, or getting on a plane, getting right off a plane and driving to one of my basketball games. I'm like, I'm not going to come watch you go 1 for 6 from the foul line and turn it over a bunch of times and try to take charges and just get called for nothing. Like, I'd be like, dude, no, I'm sorry, but no. And the fact that I just can't wrap my mind around that someone cares about me that much. I'm like, why? I'm horrible.
I couldn't agree more. And it's funny because I feel like a lot of people are in that exact position. And then, like you said, there's probably going to be a switch later down the road.
Maybe.
And, we'll have to hold on to this and play this back when you have,
6 kids,
3 daughters that are all whores,
and I'm literally begging them to go to Arizona State. I'm like, man, if you guys thought you got dick in high school, just wait till you go to Arizona State.
You're going to have to, there's going to be a separate account in their college fund for, STD prescriptions. God.
They're going to have to take their NyQuil cold flu and AIDS every morning. 10:17, the alarm goes off. Yeah. Oh, got to take my NyQuil cold flu and AIDS. It's 10:17. Thanks a lot, Dad.
Oh shit, we're both going to be punished for
yes.
In regards to our offspring.
See, that's why I think that's why deep down I'm trying to avoid it, because I know I got a big slap in the face coming.
I've been recently just noticed, like, there hasn't been any, aside for like some of the stuff that came out during quarantine, there hasn't been too many new like solid specials, unless I've missed them.
Apparently Bo Burnham's stuff was super, like,
I did hear good stuff.
Crazy.
I've never watched or listened to him though. I've never really listened to his stand-up, but he has a couple, like, he's very musically talented, right. So he has a lot of like comedy songs that are part of his act that I literally will listen to on Spotify like pretty regularly. Oh, really?
And they're hysterical. I'll send them to you. If you listen to High School Party and New Math, I mean, it is hysterical. And literally he's just up there on a stage and, has a piano and is just like a wizard. It's unbelievable.
Kind of like Adam Sandler vibes.
Yeah. Sandler. Yeah. So Sandler has, I don't know.
Some apple juice.
Yeah. Get some apple juice. I don't know many of, other than the Chris Farley song that Sandler did in like his last Netflix special or whatever.
Which was real tearjerker.
Oh my gosh. I remember I saw, because that was the last time I watched SNL. Well, actually the last 2 times I watched SNL like live, actually, when it was on TV, was Elon Musk and then Adam Sandler. And I remember when he did the Farley song on SNL, I was like, oh my God.
How was Elon Musk on SNL?
It was fine. It was good. I saw a little bit of it. Nothing too much. Dude, speaking of Jameson, you got to come out to Arizona.
Product placement here.
We sponsored by Jameson.
I am. I just signed the deal.
Perfect. Send it my way. Speaking of Jameson, you got to come out to Arizona. There's this bar called Handlebar is the name of the bar. And for like $10, $10 or $11, you get this thing called a paper route.
Okay.
It's a PBR, shot of Jameson, and a cigarette.
Yeah. That sounds like my kind of place.
Paper route. It's like incredible. What a name. It's just right there up on the menu.
Can you smoke it inside?
Yeah, no, it's like an outdoor. There's like an outdoor part of the bar. You can like smoke it outside. Dude, it's legendary.
You gotta be shitting me.
I mean, it's not like my speed. I would pound the beer in the Jameson, and I would sell my cigarette to some crack addict for like $5 who really needs it. But
well, it depends. Yeah. They probably won't take it if it's not a Newport,
That's right. Well, I just write Newport on there just in case it's not. There's a Newport. Oh yeah, man, it's a Newport for sure. Yeah,
of course it is.
Yes, it's a Cuban Newport.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. Yeah, this is episode 110. It took you 110 episodes to get here.
Jesus Christ.
I know.
I have a very busy schedule of my path to becoming a homeless person.
Yeah. What is the next move? Do you have anything in mind? You're moving in with Mitchell, your brother, in Columbus.
Yeah, I'm actually here now. This is
That's what I thought.
This is where we're at. We're in Grandview.
Nice.
It's well over my means of living.
Yes.
Keep it a long story short, I was a bit of a misunderstanding on the setup in terms of like who was going to pay what and how much we were going to pay, because I'm fresh out of college.
Yeah.
No job yet. Well, I do now, but any job I do get is going to be an entry level job.
Right.
And be able to afford to live in some brand new. We're the first people to live in this apartment.
That's incredible.
Nice, but I can't afford this for shit. And
what are you doing? What's your new job?
So I just got a job at a bar.
Okay.
Which, I wasn't too worried about because there's so many down here. I knew I'd find one doing that. And then I have a second interview on Thursday with Heidelberg Distillers. It's like a beer, wine, and liquor distribution company. It's like it's Ohio.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that works out well.
What would you do with them?
So I'd start off as a merchandiser and then would work into a sales associate.
Dude, that sounds like, are you like excited about that? That kind of seems like something up your alley. That's right. Cool. I'm excited for you.
And then, as this bar that I work at too is, they run 4 or 5 different bars in the Columbus area. And my manager was talking to me about management positions, how like if I had any interest in that moving like later down the road, that he'd walk me through the whole thing. And that's salary, matching 401k, all that jazz.
Like a real job. Yeah.
So it's got the ball rolling on a couple interesting things, but yeah, it's going to be tough for a while because he kind of sold this place to me with the idea that I was not going to find a better deal anywhere else, like Mansfield or back in Athens, because he would cover, a little fatter of a chunk.
Right.
But it's looking like I'm going to have to pay a little more than I thought.
Yeah. Well, that's just the fucking way she goes sometimes. You get a bad landlord. Jesus.
Fucking no shit. But yeah, I'm going to be scraping by for a while. I was just telling my buddy earlier, I'm going to live for Sundays because if I get this job, it'll probably be a 40-hour week. And then I'll do the bar Friday and Saturday nights. Yeah. and then just,
football on Sunday and recover.
Browns football on Sunday. And God damn it, if we don't have a good season, just there will be nothing for me to live for.
It's going to be bad.
Did you watch today? Because I wasn't able to watch.
I didn't watch it all today, but I'm kind of in the same boat as you because I get up. Guess when my alarm goes off in the morning to get up and drive?
Oof. Is this like, you know me very well and how I do with waking up early. Is it bad or is it like a good wake up time?
It's bad.
6:30.
Oh, I wish it was 6:30.
You're shitting.
I get up because, okay, and I'm just going to preface this. I get up at this time because there's no traffic. It's busy and it just works out. And by the time, and I get done very, like I have the rest of my day. My alarm goes, go ahead.
What's busy? What is busy at 5:30 in the morning?
Casino, airport, house parties. Phoenix is like the 5th biggest city in the country. There's a lot of shit going on. And it's not like I'm driving around a small town. I end up all kinds of places. Some days when I'm done, I'm like 50 miles from home. So I end up all over the place. My alarm goes off at 1:42 in the morning.
When do you sleep?
I get home and I got up and drove this morning. So I've been up since 1:42 this morning. And I'll lay down for bed. I'll get home. I usually max out. Well, the first couple of days, like Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday are busier days. And then the rest of the week is light because I get most of my shit done. You know what I mean? So, but when I come home, I basically just maybe I'll have a podcast like this on the schedule. I'll edit some videos, keeping up with all the kids on TikTok and everything. And then I'll lay down at 6 o'clock and try to be out by 7:30 at the latest.
Man.
But you know what? That's just kind of what you like.
Yeah. I mean,
you got to do what you got to do. It's the way she goes.
Yeah. I'm going to have to, be doing similar shit as, one of my big selling points moving down here was, having Ohio State games in the fall because I've never lived here during that fall season, which is one of the biggest attractions.
For sure.
It's looking like I'm not even going to be able to enjoy that.
But it's probably going to be good. Could be good for your work.
Right. It's going to be, good money. Because it'll be busy. So yeah, it's a transition right now. It's especially, coming from Athens.
Yeah.
But, we'll get through it.
Yeah, you'll get through it.
I hate it so much so far.
Yeah.
I hate it so much. It took me 45 minutes to find food today. Just because
you just don't know your spots.
With that, and there's no drive-throughs anywhere, like on High Street. Yep. There's nowhere to park because everyone's moving in.
Right.
Ohio State. It's just an absolute zoo.
Right.
And it got to the point because I always try and eat. If I eat out, I try to eat places that I usually have never had.
Right.
Close to home or in Athens. And I'm just fucking getting McDonald's. I just drove 10 minutes out of the way to a McDonald's at the fairgrounds and went to the drive-thru and got a double cheeseburger like a fat piece of shit.
It sounds like you need to start going grocery shopping, be an adult, and cook for yourself.
Hey, I did. I went grocery shopping. I've been cooking for myself ever since I moved in.
Good for you.
And
it's going to be better. And it's going to help you money. It's way cheaper.
It is for sure. And I got, rice and a frozen bag of chicken. I just make chicken and rice.
Boom. That's what I do. I make chicken and eggs and avocado. I make it as easy as I can. I come home, pound food, got to get the food in you.
Yep.
Get shit done and go to bed. And it'll take some adjustment because I feel like I'm almost the expert of living around all the fun stuff and being a part of it. But I was working, when I used to do the interviews And now when I'm driving, I'm literally taking people to go somewhere, to the airport, or I'm taking them to a bar or a party or whatever. It takes some time to get used to, you get a little bit of that FOMO or whatever they call it, the fear of missing out, but you'll realize like it's, you're building towards something bigger. And if you just keep that in mind, like it'll be okay. It'll be no sweat, but it does take some time.
Yeah. And that FOMO, man, I tell you, that's something I've noticed throughout the years. It can be very dangerous.
Yeah.
Leading you to do shit that you probably shouldn't be doing just because you're like, well, I don't want to miss out on this or that. And then you get there and you're like, well, this kind of fucking sucked anyways. Like, I'm really not missing out on much, but you just got to push through it.
Right. We're going to see who can drink the most water out of a fire hose. Like, yeah, I mean, like I don't want to, but everyone else is doing it. Like, might as well.
I had this girl last night use just one of the most.
Oh boy.
Hate this analogy so much,
Okay.
If all your friends jumped off a cliff, would you do it? And so,
okay, Mom. Last
night, I'm working the door at this bar, and one of the bartenders comes up to me and she's like, "Hey, this girl's calling me a bitch, is like being a problem, like she needs to be kicked out." I'm like,
yeah,
say less. So I went up to her and I was like, "Hey, you gotta go." Kick her out. And then her friend comes up to me and she's like, "So why did you kick my friend out?" I'm like, because the bartender told me to." She's like, "Will you just do whatever you're told?" I'm like, well, it's my second day, first of all.
Yeah.
So yeah, I am going to do what I'm told.
Usually when your higher up tells you to do something like that, in that context, yes.
Yeah. And she's like, "Well, what happened?" I'm like, "I don't know. And I really don't care. But if she said that she needed to be kicked out, then she probably needed to be kicked out."
Yeah.
She's like, "Well, that just sounds really complacent on your behalf." I'm like, "Maybe it does, but I don't care."
That's not your job description.
Right.
What the fuck?
And she's like, "Well, if all your coworkers jumped off a cliff, would you do it?" And I'm like, "No, I wouldn't, because that's stupid. And that makes no sense in the scenario right now." She's like, "Whatever, we're going to leave." I'm like, darn. Hope you guys.
Jesus Christ.
I hate that analogy.
I just hate people that are just like, they think that they think that they're doing a mic drop. They think that they're dunking on you, but they just look like,
oh yeah,
complete morons. I used to get it all the time when I would do interviews. They'd be like, "Oh, I want to do this. Like, what's the question tonight?" And I would tell them, and it was so funny. This would always happen when it would be like a night or a day where the question was just killing, just murdering. Everyone was liking it. We were getting great answers, great footage, energy was good and everything. But you get that one person who really, really wants to do it and thinks that they're going to be a star.
Right.
And you tell, and they, "So what's the question?" They're getting their hair ready, all ready to go. And you tell them, they're like, "Yeah, that's not a good question. Yeah, not a good question. You need to come up with a better question."
Oh, really?
Oh, and I just want to, and like after a while, it was so great. It was honestly, I'm so glad that I had that experience, because it was one of the most liberating things. Because when I started out, I was like pretty afraid, especially when I was in Old Town and you would just see girls that are made of plastic and they're like good looking and you can just tell, like,
they're everywhere here too.
Yeah, I mean, it's just I mean, but it's like on crack out here. It's like unbelievable.
Oh, I can only imagine. Yeah.
And completely unapproachable. And I used to get so scared walking up to them, and girls can just smell fear. So I would always get turned down. And then once I got more confident, more comfortable, better at it, and I would just, like, if people were coming at me and talking shit, I would just give it right back, because fuck them. That's why. Because guess what? All the editing people, everyone's on my side.
Right.
I'm the sober one. Everyone's on my side. Everyone takes my side. They're gonna, the people behind it are always gonna make me look better, because we're on the same team here. And then you would just start, like, then as they would walk by, I would just like look at them and then kind of like look away and go and like ask somebody else. And then eventually the greatest thing ever happened. You ignored them.
Yep.
But you would give them a little attention, and then they would start getting pissed. that, you know, whether they were going to do it or not, they were pissed that I wasn't coming up to them for them to ignore me or tell me no.
Right.
And then like, it didn't happen every time, but it happened a few times to where they come up, they're like, what's like your deal, man? Like, am I not like cool, like hot enough to be in your video or whatever? And I was like, wow, it really has come full circle. And that's just like,
people get upset when they're upset and you don't match their energy because you really don't give a shit.
Because they just want a reaction out of me.
Right.
And I'm not giving it to
when you don't give them one, that's when you get the good stuff. I had a similar experience with that, just, you know, working at a bar.
Yes.
You realize the same thing of how, you know, like you said, everyone is on your side for the most part.
Right.
You're the one making their drinks. Like,
yeah. And normally when shit goes down, guess who comes up when someone's giving you shit? Random strangers come up to you, be like, yeah, dude, like that person was so drunk, like fuck them. They were acting like an asshole all night. That's what you get. But yes, keep going.
And just carrying yourself, not giving a fuck about
yes.
Say, and you're just like, yeah, you know, whatever, man. Like, have a good night. And then, you know, you kind of play that up until, you know, you have one really good line to like just come back at them with.
Yep.
Like really put them down, and then you fit that in, and then go back to like not giving a fuck. You just throw that like one little jab, and then they're just completely deflated. And then you're just like, this is not gonna take up any more of my night, because I could care less. You can go somewhere else.
Oh my God. Speaking of Daniel Tosh, how did we not put him on our list of Jeopardy hosts that we wanted to see?
Because he's canceled, Joey.
Nah, whatever. Well, so was OJ, and he was number one on the list. Okay, we were having so just to let everyone know, we were having a conversation about who should be the next Jeopardy host. And we are looking at OJ Simpson in no particular order. OJ Simpson, Norm Macdonald, now Daniel Tosh, Tim Dillon, maybe not as a host, but as just a wanderer. We'll get into that. And then Donald Trump rounding out the big five list.
I think it's a gold mine.
I'm in. And like, I could just picture Tim Dillon, like they just put him on a couch like he's Andy Richter on Conan's show. Yep. And they just give him like a filet and like a pint of Ben and Jerry's, and he's just allowed to wander and like just interrupt people. And like when people are, it's like Final Jeopardy and they're writing their answers, he's allowed just to go by and just like peek over and look at their answers. Like, you know, it's a fourth grade teacher, like, oh no, don't put that, you stupid idiot. You know, unless
he's brilliant. He is brilliant.
Hysterical. And
did you see the fallout that him and Jeselnik had?
Yeah, that was kind of weird. Was that really anything, or is that just like Tim Dillon just being Tim Dillon on his show? Because I really don't think that was much of anything, right? I
think it was a little bit of both. I think it was Tim Dillon being Tim Dillon, and then probably Jeselnik being Jeselnik. He takes himself pretty seriously, especially in that realm of comedy,
right?
So I think the way I looked at it was, or what I took from it, I think they just kind of had a misunderstanding on kind of a pecking order deal with one of the clubs, and Tim Dillon talked about it on his show, but did it in an entertaining way, and kind of made it bigger than I think it was.
Yeah, because like the soundbite I heard, it was just like, and then I got to sit to talk to people like Anthony Jeselnik in the green room. And like Jeselnik, like the way that he like fired back was just like, yeah, no, like I ran into him. He couldn't have been nicer, just like made small talk. But Jeselnik was like, you know, if you actually have a problem with me or actually want to say something, just like say it to my face. But I really don't sense that Tim Dillon had a problem. I just think that that was just like a throwaway riff line. Like that's, like I feel like how Mark Norman goes around to all these different spots and works out his stuff. It seems like Tim Dillon just likes to get on his podcast, and that's where he works out his material.
Right. And you're gonna have that when you're on either your podcast or 7 to 10 of your closest friends' podcasts every
Right.
single
Because
day.
podcasts are forever. People go back and listen to them. When you're
Right.
at a comedy, like a small comedy place in front of an audience that can't record you, like that stuff will, like if it doesn't work, it just goes away and you come back tomorrow and try to make it better. On a podcast, then it can become something.